Hi YouTube. This is my first official vlog and I'm very excited to be doing this. I have been watching YouTube for a while and following many women in their trying to conceive journey, and I'm very excited to share my story too. I found it very heartwarming and comforting to listen to everyone else's story and get to share in their joy when they become pregnant. So I'm very excited, and thank you to everyone out there who has shared their stories. I love it. Following women who are still on the road to trying to conceive. I'm following women who are pregnant and some women who have had their babies and are into motherhood, and it's very, very exciting and heartwarming. My name is Liz, and I've been trying to conceive since April. We do have a little girl who is 5, and we are just really wanting to have another baby. I'll tell you a little bit about myself and where we are in the trying to conceive journey and where we are right this second. So, my husband and I met in 2005. We met and that was it. We knew we wanted to be with each other. So, 2006, I moved to live with him, moved to a different state, not too far away from home. So that was good. Moved to a different state, and in 2007 we got engaged. 2008 we got married, and in 2009 we had our little baby girl. So we had a lot of life changes in a short amount of time. So for that reason and many other reasons, we decided to hold off on trying to conceive number 2. My husband was getting his career started. I had just switched jobs, and it was a very demanding job, 24/7. And so we wanted to wait, and that was just right for our family. So fast forward 2011, we bought our first home. Very excited about that, and got settled in there. And then 2013, in January, I was talking to my husband, and I decided that the job that I had, I was very stressed out. It was very, very hard to have that job and basically be a full-time mom. My husband works a lot and is gone a lot of the time. He is home a lot, but I do the 90% of the everyday parenting. So getting her off to daycare, picking her up, making sure she goes to doctor visits, bedtime, everything, 90% of it. And so it was very, very difficult. And the goal was always to get us to a place where I could be a stay-at-home mom and have another kid. 2013, I was done. I didn't want to do my job anymore. Told my husband that get prepared, giving you a year, and this is it. If we have to scale back on, our living or what we spend money on, then that's what we're going to do. He was totally for it. And at the time I said, let's just start trying now. He totally nixed that idea. Decided that we should wait. So we waited, and luckily 4 months later, the company I was with decided to offer me a position in our home office. So I jumped. I was like, yes, sign me up. I'll be right there. At the time, I was a general manager. I had an AGM who I trained to do everything. And so it was very easy transition. She already knew everything because I knew this was going to come. I was either going to quit or another position would become available for me. So very blessed that I was able to go in that position. I took on that position and I was ready. I was like, I have a job where I'm Monday through Friday. Don't have to think about it on nights and weekends. Let's just do it. And my husband said no. He was up for another promotion. He didn't want to have to worry about working so hard at his job to get that other promotion, plus trying to conceive. Totally understand. So I said, okay, fine. Finally got that promotion. So we were so excited about in April of this year. Very, very excited. So we were going on a trip to Las Vegas. He had to go for work. I was going to just join along and start trying. So back up to with my daughter. We knew we wanted to be parents as soon as we got married. And even before that, we knew we wanted to be parents. So as soon as we got married, we started trying. And we were very blessed to conceive on the first try. And the pregnancy went beautiful. So excited. Going into it, I was convinced it was going to take 6 to 12 months. I was prepared. So I was shocked that it took one month, and very, very blessed. She's a beautiful girl and smart and healthy. Couldn't ask for anything else. Very blessed. Well, she's been begging for a little brother or sister for at least 3 years now. And it's just heartbreaking because I definitely want to give that to her. My husband wants another child, and I would love to be blessed to experience that all over again. My husband and I have talked, and if we don't have another child, that's fine. We're very blessed. But if we get to, that's even better. That's like the cherry on top of the cherry for us. So in April, we, like I said, started trying and got back from Vegas. And I was feeling, a little off. Smells were getting to me. I was like, maybe I am. Maybe it's in my head. And my day my period was supposed to start came and went. And I just wasn't feeling 100% pregnant. I'm like, maybe I messed up on when I ovulated. It happens. So it was 3 days past when my period was supposed to come. And flow, sorry. And I took a test, and it was a faint line. But I took it in the middle of the day, and I drank tons of water. Tons of water. So I was like, it's a win in my book. And I was feeling, I was worn down and feeling it. So I was like, well, this doesn't feel like it was with my daughter, but every pregnancy is different. I was excited. I told my husband I was so excited. The next day, that was a Thursday, Friday, came to work, feeling great, in the sense that you can feel great when you're first pregnant. I mean, to me, that was a great feeling. And I got up in the middle of the day and went on my, 50th bathroom trip that I drank tons of water. And I looked in the mirror and I was like, wow, I look really pale. What happened? Because my face was completely clear, no acne, which I usually get, before and flow starts. It was rosy cheeks, perfect complexion, and then in the middle of the day, completely pale. I was like, that's weird. But I'm still feeling pregnant. Okay. That was Friday. Saturday morning, I woke up drenched in sweat. And I knew something was wrong. I wake up drenched in sweat the day that my inflow starts. I wake up drenched in sweat. So that's how I always know when it's going to start. I was feeling off, moody, and then about halfway through the day, I had horrible, 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 horrible cramps. And we were going somewhere to go out to eat. I'm like, man, this hurts so bad. I've never experienced something like this in my life. Like, this is horrible, horrible cramps. I mean, I don't really get that bad of cramps. So I knew something was wrong. We were going out to eat, got to the restaurant, went in the bathroom, and I was bleeding. So I ran and got some stuff. It was so early. I was like, there's really no reason to go anywhere. I'll just keep an eye on it. So it was pretty heavy bleeding and clots and things of that nature. Sorry, TMI, but trying to conceive is TMI, so I'm not going to warn. Went to my doctor's and, she told me, it sounds like, she thought it was a miscarriage. Now, my cycles are 35 days. So when I told her when my last cycle date was, she said I was 6 weeks. But I know I was 5 weeks because of how my cycles are and when I ovulated and when I got a positive test and everything. So she wanted me to wait at least a month before trying again. And my husband wants to, always follow what the doctor says. So that was fine. And I was weepy and I was very distraught and I just never thought it would happen to me. Never. you just don't think, and it just knocks the wind out of you. So I was very upset. My husband was trying to just say, okay, we can just try again, no big deal. Like he wasn't getting the gravity of it. And I understand. For men, it's very different. But he saw how distraught I was, and so he was very scared for me to have to go through that again. He doesn't want me to go through that again. So I think he was hesitant on trying again. We waited a month. Then in July, started trying because I miscarried in May. In July, started trying again. And we went away for a weekend. And then when we got back, it was my, what's the word? Fertile week. So we only had one opportunity, really, maybe two, if I go back and look. And got my period right on time. Completely right on time. August, we tried again. And that was a bad month. I was going crazy about tracking things, and I got OPKs, and I was trying those, and driving my husband nuts. You know, I told him today is perfect day, and he had been out all day, and he's like, I can't, I'm tired. I said, I don't want this to be work. I just want to enjoy ourselves and see what happens. So we had a big heart-to-heart. I was bawling my eyes out, so we decided just to cool it. So we really didn't have an opportunity. It was like 5 days before I ovulated that we BD'd. So we didn't really have an opportunity then. But that month was weird. It was last cycle. Very weird. Now, I had quit caffeine altogether at the beginning of the cycle. I was going to do coffee, drink till it's pink. But I had Googled it so much that I finally came up across some study somewhere that said that women who drink caffeine are 50% higher risk for miscarriage. So I said, forget this. I don't need coffee that bad, and quit. So I think my PMS symptoms I was experiencing my PMS symptoms not on caffeine, and it just totally messed me up. I was completely exhausted the whole 2-week wait, completely, to the point where my husband said, are you sure there's like no chance? I was like, well, there's a slight, slim, itty bitty possibility, but I doubt it. So I didn't have sore boobs, which I always do, and I was completely exhausted. I was like, well, maybe. My husband was convinced. So I thought Amplo was supposed to start on a Wednesday. My chart that I use said Thursday or Tuesday. I thought Tuesday. My chart said Wednesday. So Thursday morning, if it hadn't shown up, I was going to test in the morning. And guess what? Thursday morning it showed. Laid in bed, looked at my husband, said, I started. He goes, really? I said, yeah. So, here we are. It's technically third cycle after my chemical. I mean, I'm calling it chemical. It was before 5 weeks. It was a day before 5 weeks. And so, we are sitting so that's where we are right now. So, cycle 3, trying to conceive officially. And I'm very excited about this cycle. I'm sitting at 8 DPO at the least. And this cycle was perfect. Perfect timing, perfect everything. CM was fantastic. I think my body's adjusting to no caffeine and kind of acting differently. So that was even more because caffeine dehydrates. And it just, everything. In the back of my mind, I'm still saying, I'm probably not. I feel like if I prepare for the fact that we're never going to get pregnant, if it does happen, I'll be super excited. So, I'm hanging on hope. I really am. I'm like, please, please, please. But You know, some women go through this for years. And so I really need to be patient and let things happen when they're supposed to happen. In my mind, we're only going to try for another year and then just say our family is perfect the way it is. And because it is, you know, this would just be, like I said, the cherry on top of the cherry. So we're 8 DBO, 8 DPO. Talk too fast sometimes, sorry. No real symptoms to speak of. I have really dry mouth, which is not atypical of me, but I mean, it's really dry. Went away Monday, Tuesday. Today's Thursday. So I went away Monday, Tuesday to a conference not far away, and we were driving, and it's about a 3-hour drive. And I had to grab my mints out of the console of my car and just start eating them because I was gonna go insane. My mouth was so dry. So that's really the only thing. I feel worn down and I feel tired. But I just traveled. I just drove 3 hours at a conference, drove 3 hours back. So I think that's part of it. But we'll see. So I will keep you guys updated on where we're at. So 8 DPO on Thursday, September 25th. And I'll come back if there's any symptoms, or probably Monday or Tuesday, and let you guys know what's going on. So anyone out there who is trying to conceive baby dust, anyone who's pregnant or hoping to be pregnant very soon with the IVF transfers, sticky baby and grow healthy baby, and anyone being a mommy, hang in there and enjoy that little one. So nice meeting all of you. Subscribe, like my video, and I enjoy doing this, and I'm excited to see where this goes. See ya!